Alright, so Trevor is working today, and the kids and I are going to attempt to get a pen set up for the Muscovy. I really like to eat Muscovy. They are delicious, but the last couple years we haven't had very many because it gets so hot here that the eggs just die during the summer. So I'm hoping by setting up a pen we will be able to collect the eggs if it does start to get too hot and bring them inside where it's cooler, put them in the incubator. They're really good mamas, so we can give them their ducklings back after they hatch, and they do a good job raising them. Right now we need to get a pen set up to get them in before they start laying eggs. Go in and get a jacket. It was cold. It was supposed to be 60 today, and when the sun's out it's pretty warm, so I thought it'd be okay. Kids are in t-shirts. I get too cold in a t-shirt. So when we purchased this property, there's a mobile home on it. The septic failed and we had to kick the renters out. The septic was supposed to be fixed before we purchased, according to the county. It's a county requirement. The sellers did not have funds to have it fixed before we closed, so we agreed to allow them to fix it afterwards. It was half fixed, and then the county failed the other half of it. So the mobile home, I found someone in New Mexico who can take it because Colorado doesn't allow, it's too old to be moved and set up anywhere in Colorado. Everyone who wanted it is getting told no, they won't give them a permit to do it. So someone in New Mexico wants it and is currently working on making arrangements to do that. So in the meantime, we need to get this fencing down so they can get it out of here. Here is the front, and it goes right up next to the fence. So all of this is come down, and this is going to make an awesome fence to keep the Muscovy in. I don't think they'll be able to climb this fencing. I think it's too far apart between here and here. Even when you clip the Muscovy's wings, they still are able to climb. So I think this is too tall, and I think the spacing is too high in between here. So it looks like we're going to need some wire cutters, got some wires, a ratchet and a socket to undo the connectors holding these down. Aiden has been working on a few of them already for me, so he knows what size it takes. Alright, you ready to get started?
Yep.
Alright, let's find the tools. Alright, so Aiden is working on finding the socket and ratchet he has been using, along with the little pail he was carrying around putting all the parts in. And I have been tasked with finding wire cutters. Now, we used our cargo trailer for a while for tool storage while we were cleaning everything out of the barn that the previous people had left before we could put things away. So a lot of stuff got opened up and things taken out of before it really had a home, and it still doesn't really have a home. If you have any ideas for organizing this barn so that we can use it, half of it is going to be tools and like stuff we need to work on the house, and then eventually this bench is going to be turned into a platform for sheep, and they'll all come in, get up on it, be milked, and then go back out to the field in the mornings. And the previous people enclosed this section over here, and they were using it for their goats out there, and then just pretty much the entire thing was used for storage. So we're going to remove the tin that they put up over here. We're going to put it on the outside, on the other side of the barn. This barn's been messed with a lot, so it's not really how it was originally set up. And then this out here is going to become loafing shed, or stalls. I guess it'll be stalls. And then gates to close the animals in at night, so that I can lock babies away from their mothers, so that we can calf share or lamb share, and then we get milk, and then the babies also get milk. So that's my plan for that. I'll be putting in a sink over here, and then of course the stalls, and then I can open them and let the mamas in, and then return everyone to the field in the mornings. So that's what it's going to be. This side is going to be all tools and Trevor stuff that he has plans for all that, and then out here is going to be more animal type stuff. We're probably going to close that off and return it back to a window. And then out here, a little detour from me finding the wire cutters. Out here is going to, actually we're going to turn it into a makeshift garage for now. The tin that's over on the other side is going to go up right here. And then we're going to put a door in down there. We have a boat. We like to water ski, and we really don't like that the boat is sitting out in the weather. Before we moved here, we had a nice, it was a 3-year-old house. We sold it, and it had a 3-car garage. So here we have no garage. We have 2 pretty bad barns. Like, they're not even, they've been messed with so much that they're not even really usable as a barn. So we're just going to do what we can. This up here is like a loft they made, but it's not hefty enough to store hay. When we get to that point, we'll have to build a pole barn or something to put hay in. That is a few years away. We have a lot of stuff to do before we're to that point, and we have plenty of space in the lower field for our animals for now. When we outgrow that lower field, then we'll look into getting the front irrigated. So, where are the wire cutters? Not in our fencing bucket. Not on the shelf. Hey, there's my hory. Nice garden tool. I like this thing. Let's see. I saw its case somewhere. Alright, I had planted some stuff in my cold frame and was using that. So, let's see. Maybe in this bucket. Oh, those will work. Not the ones I'm looking for, though. The ones I'm looking for have a nice tip. The cutting edge is right at the tip. Wire cutters, no wire cutters. Lovely. I don't know if I'd see them in that drawer. I mean, I'm sure Trevor knows where everything's at in here, but like, I have no idea. There's a pipe cutter and some squares and a planer. And I don't know. See, at one time I was going to make labels and put on there, so that I can find stuff, you know? Like, he knows where it's all at, but it'd be nice if I knew where it was too. Let's look in the house. Maybe when we were doing the wiring they got used in there. We're still working on it, so they're probably still in there. Are they in here? Not in my tool bag. I don't recall seeing them in here. Stuff working on the bedrooms. Now we can't find shoes either. Do you see what I see? Is that them? That's wire cutters, but that is not the pair I'm looking for. Oh, maybe. It is! Yay! I found And Aiden is still hunting for what he did with the socket and ratchet and the little bucket he was putting everything in. We'll see how long it takes him before he shows up with that. But in the meantime, Cameron and I will just get busy cutting wires off this fence. Concrete thing here, that would be really nice for them to have their water bath where they play and swim and wash their nostrils out. Right there on top of that. So I may put that there, bring this out at least to here, go over this way, and back over to the corner of that barn. So we'll see. I think for now I'm going to go inside and make some dinner.